Hi, Ranjeet. So I'm really happy that you went ahead with another essay correction package. So that means we have a handful of more essay sets to do together. Let's see what you did in this one about switching jobs or staying in the same. Okay, let's see what you wrote. The issue whether employees should continue with the same job for their entire life or should change at least once has been debatable since its inception around the Industrial Revolution. I strongly advocate that switching an employer plays a vital role in career and financial growth. This essay will delve into this in more detail and explain my view using suitable examples and evidence. Okay. Um, yes. Only thing that I don't really love in this was this section here. I mean, it's nice vocabulary, inception, industrial revolution. This is all very nice, but I still think it's not really necessary. Should change at least once has been debatable. Full stop. Or even in recent times would have been even better. The fact is, I just don't know how accurate this is to say that since the Industrial Revolution we've been discussing this. So that's why I suggest something a little more general here. Okay, so let's move on. To start with, in this era of competition, a job change has become essential for easy and enormous pay hike. All right, careful with your grammar here. Has become essential for. I'm not really crazy about these adjectives. An easy pay hike, an enormous pay hike. I think you could have used a more precise word, a better word, and maybe something that kind of, how about for a substantial pay hike? That to me would have been a really good word here. So has become essential for a substantial pay hike or a sizable pay hike. These would be, I think, better choices here. And rather than easy and enormous, which don't really feel particularly precise to me. Okay. Let's see. This is because companies offer lucrative salary packages along with different kinds of allowances such as a joining bonus, anniversary bonus on completion of 1 year, and gratuity to new employees. Such monetary benefits cannot be achieved when continuing with the same job. Okay? Because what does continuing means? It means when you continue. So you can just reduce it to continuing. So, for example, in empirical research, again, remember, we don't put "an" in front of research because it's uncountable. So, for example, empirical research conducted by Indian Information Technology Department has shown that a software engineer may get a minimum 60% increase in salary on joining a new company in contrast to 3% annual hike offered by a current employer. Again here, in contrast to a 3% annual hike offered by a current employer. Thus, it is conclusively clear that if an employee switches to a new employer, the financial gain would be far greater than the increment received in the current job. Okay, so again, we've got some issues with your articles here. Be careful with them, and let's continue. Furthermore, the knowledge and understanding acquired from different organizations broadens one's horizon and enhances problem-solving capabilities. These qualities often play a significant role in obtaining high-ranked jobs such as chief executive officer, managing director, or chairman. The diversity and experience which is required for making important decisions for the company cannot be achieved by staying in one job for one's '(s) career would have been nice here. To illustrate, Mira Nair, the CEO of Bank India, has been honored with Employee of the Year. Has been honored with the Employee of the Year award. She has worked with many banks in her career, and that helped her contribute to the success of her company. Therefore, a job change is imperative for personal and professional growth. Okay. Okay. To summarize, from the examples and evidence given above, there is no doubt in saying that a job change improves critical thinking and provides an exceptionally high financial gains, which would not be achieved when staying, again for the same reason I said before, with one employer. Hence, it is suggested that people should change their employer at least once in their career. Good. Okay. Yes, I like this. I thought you did a very good job. It was articles and just some of the inaccurate vocabulary that were the points I wanted you to work on. Other than that, I thought you did a very good job of coherence and cohesion, a really good job of task achievement. So yeah, just be careful with those things primarily. Now let's take a look at your letter, English and Homestay. All right, let's see. This looks rather short. Let me just take a look. This is the part that will actually be counted in your words. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, it's 188 words, so you're fine. All right, let's see. Dear Sir and Madam, greeting of the day. My name is Ranjeet Kaur and a resident of India. Thank you so much for allowing me to stay with your family while I stay in the UK for an English and Homestay program. All right, so a few things about this. I see some people use this expression. It doesn't feel particularly natural, at least not in native English writing. So I would avoid this expression here. Okay. And then the first thing I would do is I would start with this. Okay. Remember, this is a formal letter. And so the first thing that you should include in a formal letter is the reason for your writing. So for me, the most important thing to do here would be, Dear Sir and Madam, I am writing to thank you for allowing me to stay with your family while I stay in the UK for the English and Homestay program. It says, okay, that's fine. An English and Homestay program. Okay. So that's how I would have started out. And then it would be good if you introduce yourself. My name is Ranjeet Kaur, and I am. You can't just say, and a resident. My name is Ranjeet Kaur, and I am a resident of India. So that's an introduction, although I think you could say a few, not really a few, but maybe one or two other things. Are you a student? Do you work? Just tell us something. Okay, maybe where you're from in India. So that for me would be really nice. So one more time. Dear Sir and Madam, I am writing to thank you for allowing me to stay with your family while I stay in the UK for an English and Homestay program. My name is Ranjeet Kaur, and I am a resident of Calcutta, India, where I am a software engineer. Okay, so that for me would be a really nicely extended, developed introduction. All right, let's move on. I am writing this letter because I have not few, but I have a few queries. Remember, there's a difference in meaning between few and a few. You mean a few here. So I have a few queries with regards to some important information about the country. I would like to know about the weather so that I could carry appropriate clothing. Not carry, but bring appropriate clothing. Carry implies that you're going to be like lifting the clothing and bringing it with you in your arms. That's not what you mean. So bring is appropriate here. I would be, not I would be, it's not theoretical, it's I will be. You have a plan. I will be arriving on the 1st of February as my program starts on February 3rd. Will it be cold during that time, or can I simply come with summer t-shirts? Also, it would be really helpful if you could let me know the transport facilities available for commute. For my commute, how far is the train or bus stop from your house? Is it walking distance without the A, or may I need to buy my own bicycle for this? Okay, let's see. I have a flight on the 31st of January and will land in the UK on the 1st at 3 p.m. I should be able to reach at your address at around 5 p.m. I look forward to meeting ing here because to here is acting like a preposition. So it doesn't mean that you need full infinitive. It means that you need an ing because every time you have a verb after a preposition, that verb needs to be in the ing form. So it should be, I look forward to meeting you in person. Now, since you didn't call them by their name, you used your sir and madam, this needs to be yours faithfully. It's a convention of formal letter writing when you don't know the name of the person you're writing to. So now I really want to look at this one. I thought that the last bullet was fine, but this one I wanted to fix a little bit. As we said before, this is a formal letter. Your language was appropriately formal, but what you had for me too much was too many of these direct questions. When we're writing formally, we avoid writing direct questions. And by direct questions, I mean, will it be cold at that time? That's a direct question. How far is the train or bus stop from your house? That's a direct question. So one of the things that we do in formal writing is we use indirect questions, reported questions as they're often called, which softens the language and it makes it seem more polite and more formal. And you had some of these, but I would have liked more. So for example, you wrote, I would like to know. That was good. But that was actually, yeah, it would really be helpful if. So you had that too. That was good. But I would like maybe a couple more of these because you did have a handful of direct questions. So let's see. I would like to know about the weather so that I could bring appropriate clothing. I will be arriving. You could say, please let me know if it will be cold during that time or if I can simply come with summer t-shirts. All right, that would be good. And then this was fine. You could say here, could you tell me how far the bus stop is? Now, it's a direct question, but since you've softened it with the could you tell me, it makes it seem a little less direct and a little more formal. So why don't we try that? Could you tell me how far the train or bus stop is from your house? All right, you do have to be careful with the grammar there. And then if you have like one of these, is it walking distance or will I need to buy a bicycle for this? That would have been better. So that's all I'm saying. Just a couple more of these indirect questions or some of this language, like could you tell me? It would be helpful to know. Could you provide information about? Like all of this helps make this seem a little more formal. All right. So I thought you did a good job in general. Just see if you can correct some of the things that we talked about in this set today. Keep going, keep working at it. You're doing great. And I'll be looking forward to your next set, Ranjeet. Good luck.